Hey y'all, it's Katrina with Faith and Loops Crochet. Welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome. I like to go over different things that happen in my crochet journey and sprinkle a little bit of what life throws my way in between. So, 3C's Monday, what is it all about? It's where we crochet, we drink coffee, and we chat. And I'm adding something new. So, we all know that there's sales that go on all the time on yarn, and sometimes, I don't know about you all, but I miss some of the sales. So, I am going to start in the beginning of my 3C's Mondays. I'm going to add sales. So I'm going to go over different sales that are happening with Premier Yarn and Yarnspirations, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, and like Hobby Shoppy. And any of them that you all have any ideas on sales that you want me to track, go ahead and put that below. Any particular stores. I'm thinking about adding maybe some Hirschner's or Mary Maximum or anything like that. And if you can think of any of those, let me know. I'm also going to be adding some of the most popular crochet designers and being able to track what sales they have going on, because I don't know about you, but there is some 50% sales I have missed out on that I wish I knew about. So I'm hoping to be able to share those with you all. If you all enjoy that, let me know, because I plan on introducing this into my 3C's as well. So with that being said, I did get some sales that are going on right now that I thought I would share with you. So right now, Premier Yarn on their website, they have Premier Basics Chanel Brights on sale for $2.99, and they have the Gumdrop yarn on sale for $3.50. And if you order at least $75, you get free shipping. In the US and in Canada, it's $100. You get free shipping. So with with Yarnspirations, the Karen yarn is on sale for 20% off. Michael's is currently having 20% online off. So if you order your yarn online, you can get 20% off, and anything over $49 is free shipping. Hobby Lobby does not have their yarn sale going on this week, so you might want to wait until next week. And then Hobby Shoppy, Elise Voluto yarn is on sale right now for $2.90. And if you order at least $100, you get free shipping there. So those are the sales that I come across. If you want me to add any other stores that I can track, let me know and I'll throw those in there. So the pattern I have picked out today is a little bit different than what I normally do. I'm trying to branch out a little bit since my husband's doing the 3D printing. I'm trying to get something different. Like I've started doing some more baby safe stuff. You'll be able to see some reviews in my Friday video. I got some super cute patterns that I've all made them baby safe. So I'm excited to share the reviews on those, but I'm going to hold those off until Friday's video. But today I'm going to be making a tasty taco. So this tasty taco, and I'll insert a picture so you can see it. This tasty taco is by ShieldMaidenCrochet. And it looks like it's going to be pretty easy and quick. So I'm going to go ahead and start working this up. And then I'll let you know what I think about it. So I just looked over the pattern a little bit, and it looks like I'm going to need 4 colors. So I decided I was going to go with the banana for the shell in the Premier Basic Brights. And then I need lettuce. Of course, tacos need lettuce, right? So this is emerald, and this is in the basic Chanel Brights as well. So I'll be using this for the lettuce. And then I don't know about you, but I love cheese, and I have to have cheese on my taco. And I am going to use lemon in basic Chanel Brights. And another basic Sheila Brights is the Poppy, and that will be the tomato, the tomato. So I'm going to go ahead and work up the shell real quick, and then I'll get back with you. So, to tell you the truth, there's been like a lot going on in life here lately. We just had Easter and all that, and like the big Easter egg hunt at church and all that. So, like, I haven't had a whole lot of time to crochet. And I'm sure many of you out there haven't really had that time to crochet. We have like the spring hitting here in Kentucky. So it's like everybody is starting to plant and get everything out like that and all that. And I'm doing the same thing. So we have the end of the school year coming up and all of that. So there's a lot going on. So crochet kind of gets put on the back burner, and I haven't been able to do as much. And let me tell you, I've been plumb wore out. I don't know if it's the weather change or what, but I have been completely just exhausted. So, I think it might have something to do with allergies. I'm hoping that it goes away soon. I think it's because everything's like blooming. My nose has been stopped up a lot here lately and stuff. So I think it's just the weather. So I haven't had a whole lot of time to crochet. I did get quite a few things done, but it just seems like I haven't really had time to relax. But, you know, I've gotten to enjoy that spring air. And I mean, a lot of us, I guess you get used to in the wintertime, not being able to go out a lot and do stuff like you normally would. You have to kind of like, you're hunkered in. It's cold and you're hunkered in. So, getting back into the groove of things. I actually have a ladies retreat this weekend with my church. So that's something that I'm going to be going overnight. It's going to be so much fun. I'm looking forward to it so much. And then we roll back right into markets. My husband is actually setting up at his first market this Saturday, and I'm not going to be there. So that's something, you know, different. He's never done it before by himself. I'm sure he's going to do fine. And I'm not saying that. It's just, it's weird. Like, I'm not going to be there. And then the next weekend, he goes on the men's retreat with the church. And I have a market, and I'm going to be setting up completely by myself, which is the first time as well. And that's weird. We have really like been a partner with it in the setup process and all that. So it's going to be a new experience kind of for both of us, because first of all, he's new anyways doing his 3D printing. He hasn't done it. And then he's only done like half a market, so to speak. If you've watched my last Friday's video, he only had a 6-foot table and a shelf. So that it's going to be different because he's actually going to be using my tables. And we went ahead and got his tablecloths and everything, so he's going to be setting out. And then the next weekend is mine. And it's a juried market, so he can't set up at it at all or put anything on the table, but he won't even be there anyways. So just different experiences. I think my mom's going to help me this time. She comes in and supports me like almost every event that's close for her. She comes and supports me, which is awesome. I love my mama. She's going to actually set with me this time. So I think that's going to be awesome. I'm still trying to do my market prep here and there and in between. I still have quite a bit to do. But we'll get it together, right? All right, count my stitches. So I just learned something about this pattern that I didn't realize until just now. It doesn't have a stitch count at the end of the rows, which I don't know about you, but I really like that stitch count at the end of the rows because I couldn't go back and double check. I had an extra stitch because I was talking probably, but I had an extra stitch. So instead of just going back and counting and then maybe adding a stitch, I don't know exactly where I'm at. So I'm just going to continue on to the next round and yeah, because I don't have a stitch count and I'm already too far in it. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue on with the pattern and see what happens. Because, I mean, without that stitch count, it's hard to go back and figure it out. So I'm probably going to, if I enjoy this pattern, I'm going to go back and add that stitch count in there because it's just, it's so helpful to have that stitch count. Well, I must have done something right because the stitch count came out on the next round. So maybe I didn't mess up. So I'm going to go ahead. I got 2 more rounds here and then we get to actually start putting on that lettuce. Okay, so in this next round, the way I have to do it, I'm like really going to have to pay attention to where my stitches are. So now with me, whenever I do front and back loop, and I know I'm going to have to be working in them, I will actually, whenever I do it, because this is back loop only, I'm sorry, front loop only, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and mark the first and last back loop. So because I want to know exactly where my starting point, my ending point is. So because this is a back loop, I'm going to go ahead and mark that first back loop. And then whenever I come to the end, I'll mark that last one as well. And I think that this makes it a whole lot easier to do. Go back and sew back into them. It just makes it easier to find that first back loop because I always find it kind of hard to find that first back loop and then that last one knowing exactly where it ends at. That's just how I do it. Everybody does it a little bit differently. Woo-wee. I tell you what, those slip stitches give my hands a workout. I'm only halfway through. Now, I'm coming up on this last one. So this one right here is my last front loop. So because it is my last front loop, I'm going to go ahead and mark that back loop just so I know the beginning and the ending because I'm going to go ahead and finish off this yarn. So what I'll do is I'll slip stitch it and then I'll go ahead and cut it off and I'll tuck it in the back. So that slip stitch really done a number on my hand. Halfway through it, my hand started hurting, and I don't think I'm going to do any more slip stitches. I'm looking at this pattern, and without going too much into it, most of this pattern has a lot, well, not most of it. Some of this pattern has slip stitches, and doing that many slip stitches around gave my hands a run for its money. So I'm honestly thinking about just going ahead and doing single crochets instead of the slip stitches. I know it may change the product a little bit of what actually comes out, but I don't think my hand's going to be able to do it. Just like, it hurt my hand, and I don't like that. I don't want to kill my hand making a taco. So I'm going to switch it to the single crochets, and if it doesn't turn out, I only have myself to blame. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up. Probably they're going to go ahead and finish up the rest of this taco, and I'll get back with you. So I finished up my taco. I think it turned out really good. Now, I must say, did I enjoy the pattern? Not so much. Will I do it again? Most definitely. I love the results of how this little taco turned out. Now, I did do a few things different from the pattern, and I'm probably going to continue to do a few things different with the pattern. The pattern itself was not a bad pattern, but it did wear out my hands. So I think if I did this again, I would modify it and make it a smaller taco, and I would do a few things different. Now, since this isn't a free pattern, I'm not going to dive into exactly what I would change about it, because I'd have to tell you what it's like. But I will say I would do more single crochets and less slip stitches and back and front loops, and try it out and see if it's a little bit easier on my hands. This pattern is really cheap though. I would recommend this pattern because it's actually a pretty quick workup. I got this done in about 45 minutes or so, and I think that's a pretty good time. I think I could probably get $15 out of this taco and the size of it. I'm probably not going to make one until this one sells, but I do think it will draw some attention. Well, if you've taken your time out to spend with me today and to make the taco, I want to thank you very much, and I hope you have a wonderful and blessed week, and I will see you back here on Friday. God bless.